That's crazy, man. So, well, before we start, hey, what's up, ghouls and gals? It's me, Ryan T here, and welcome to another edition of Saturday Night Horror Theater. Tonight I'm joined with my very special guest,
Sid Retro in the building, man. Florida 727 Foodies Network, man. We out here. We doing some horror reviews.
Hell yeah.
Netflix is coming through with some originality.
Hell yeah. Tonight we're going to be reviewing Blood Red Sky.
Lucas is rise.
And I kept saying like the opposite. I was like Red Blood Sky. I kept like fucking the title up and stuff. Like I was recording like the podcast previously, and I kept like fucking up the title. I was like, yeah, Sky Blood Red. The Blood Red Sky, man. Yeah, like I don't know why I kept having like a thing with the fucking title. And then I watched the movie, and then like the movie like. I'm not gonna lie, man. Like I was going into this movie and I was like, yeah, this looks kind of fucking dumb. And I was like, a low budget,
bro, because you messaged me, you texted me, you were like, bro, I'm watching it now. I don't know about this one, and I was like, just wait.
Yeah. I was like, I know.
Just wait.
Yeah, because they were like, also for y'all that are watching right now, we're going to be doing some spoilers, of course. If you're watching this review, that means that you've already watched the fucking movie, and it's on Netflix. It's on the fucking top like 10 on Netflix, right? Like it's like the number 2 or something like that.
Yeah, it's trending. Yeah. It's it's in the top trending, 5 on Netflix,
which is fucking astounding right now because they have those fucking Twilight movies on Netflix right now, and like
what's going on with that? What's going on with Twilight?
Oh, damn it! I shit my pants again!
Why are they trending? Are they?
It's a resurgence.
They just now got the rights for Twilight on Netflix,
or yes, like... and everybody's watching. I had to watch them on the weekend. My girlfriend was like, "We're gonna watch Twilight," and I was like, "You know what? I'll get some beer. I'll get some beer and stuff. Have a smoke, and we'll watch it. And it'll probably be fucking hilarious." And it was fucking hilarious. It was the funniest fucking thing, dude. Like the way that they act is so like unreal. Like it's like I don't know if they were like doing it like if that's the way that they just act, because I know Robert Pattinson's a good actor. He's done good movies.
Well, now he is.
Yeah, I don't know if that's like what they told them to do, if they were like, hey, you have to act this way, or I don't know what, but dude, it is like so awkward and robotic and weird. And Kristen Stewart, the whole movie, she's just like,
yeah, she just has a dumb face the whole movie.
Yeah. And then she's like, Edward. And then I was watching the movie and I was like, part of my friends, but I was like, it's a fucking hoe the entire fucking movie. I was like, she's just going back and forth with like fucking another guy and another fucking guy. And even when she asks Edward to marry her, she's like, hey, Jacob, I also love you. And he's like, oh, and I was like, bitch.
Yeah, I don't know what they were going to do with that. I mean, what are the chances that, like the one girl in high school falls in love with the one vampire in town and the one werewolf?
Like 300 years old, and he goes to high school because reasons.
Because he's an unregistered pedophile.
yeah. He's like, I like kids. He's like, I like teenagers. He's like, especially when they're like juniors in high school. That's like my mid-range. That's like what Edward Cullen was doing when he was out there. Yeah.
Bro, he's like 300 years old and he goes to high school. Like, what are we doing?
I think they even addressed it in the movie. I think they do. And she's like, I think she says something along the lines that she's like, you're 100 whatever years old. I should be creeped out. And he's like, oh, well, you're 18 and I'm technically still only 17. So I was like, whoa, hey, whoa. I was like, what the fuck, movie? Why are you justifying this?
Fucking 18 in vampire years is like 4.
Yeah, he's like, it's all good. Well, going from a fucking vampire movie that's fucking terrible about vampires that fucking sparkle, we're going to the fucking vampire movie that these vampires are fucking like, they're fucking ugly and brutal, dude. They look nasty. Like, they look like the vampires from fucking Blade. Yeah, the part 2, all white and ugly.
Was it the 30 Days of Night or whatever?
Yeah, or they look like
they kind of remind me of those.
Yeah, they look like
know?
Nosferatu. You watch that Willem Dafoe movie with Nosferatu? They look like that.
Yes.
They look
yeah,
like
they definitely. You can tell that they definitely
ears.
got influence.
Yeah, the ears
from
and stuff.
Nosferatu and the teeth, the ears, the. You know, I really enjoyed her transformation through this movie.
I was just gonna say that. And speaking of the teeth, dude, I like that one scene where she's in the mirror and she's like, and she's like, dude, and then like, but somehow like it was cool. Like they grow back. Like if you get blood gets introduced to her body, they just grow back. I was like, that's cool.
Yeah, that was really dope.
Everything they did in this movie, I was so surprised. And like I was saying earlier, I was walking into this movie, I was kind of like, oh, this looks bad. Like, this looks shitty. And then I saw them talk, and I was like, there's that good old Netflix dub where they're like, how are you doing?
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, like, but they need to fix that. Netflix, you're like $1 billion fucking company. Do better ADR. Do better ADR and let just sync the voice a little bit better so people don't look like they're in a fucking Godzilla movie from the 70s.
Yeah, yeah. What country was this from? Like
Germany. It was a German film.
Oh, it was a German film. Okay.
They say it at one point. They say it, but they briefly say it. They're like, "Oh, we're closer to Europe than we are to America and stuff." And you know what I mean? But it's weird because they have that one American actor from Prison Break. Did you see that? That one guy, he's the guy from the CW, The Legends of Tomorrow. He plays the Heat. What's his name? In the show, his name's Rory. Yeah. Okay. He plays the Heat guy, Heat Wave or whatever the fuck his name, generic superhero name is. But he's in a fucking CW show, so like they pick like the bottom of the barrel. Have you ever watched any of those CW shows?
No, I haven't. No.
They're fucking don't do it. They're terrible. They're terrible. They're all bad.
Yeah, it's the CW. I mean, you know, they've never been known for quality or groundbreaking anything.
Used to be the WB. They had that fucking frog. Hello, my lady. Hello, my that fucking frog.
Man, I forgot. Yeah, it was the WB. The WB.
Yeah, and remember they would always do those corny ass ads where they'd be like in a black room and it was like raining for some reason. It'd be like whack ass corny R&B music playing, and they'd be like, yeah. And they'd be all like, do you remember that shit, right? I remember that so vividly, dude.
Damn, yeah, it was like WB.
Yeah, they're like WB
and UPN. They were like,
they were like coming up next, Moesha and Sister. Yeah.
Yeah, they were trying back in the day.
And then like lean back to back, and they'd be like, yeah.
Up next, Homeboys in Outer Space.
Yeah. Oh my God, I remember that. Jesus Christ. That had like 3 episodes right there. Like, yeah, we're gonna get these homeboys out of TV.
I think that was the inspiration for the last Fast and Furious.
I almost spit my beer out when you said that.
Oh my
God.
The pacing. The pacing in this movie is a little slow, I guess, in the beginning.
Yeah, in the beginning.
Because you're still trying to figure out, like, what's going on here.
At first, I didn't know. At first, I was like, okay, the mom's a vampire, maybe. Or maybe she is sick. Maybe she's sick and she's our main character and she encounters a vampire. I mean, I was thinking one of those two things. But then I saw her drink the blood. They show her drink the blood. And I was like, oh, no, she's a vampire. Because they had her. Remember, she had that little, like, shot glass or whatever the fuck it was full of blood.
Yeah.
And I like that she was kind of like... aware that if she drank enough blood, she would turn into this thing that she couldn't turn back out from. So she was always kind of, remember they showed like flashbacks that she was always kind of like, I'll drink like a very little amount so I don't fucking die.
Right, to keep it. I like the fact that like in this movie, this is the first time where you like seeing like a vampire try to hide their identity as just, you know what I'm saying? Because usually they just throw a coat on and they go out at night and they blend in. You know,
and
nobody
I also thought it was cool that it made her sick. Like her hair fell out and stuff like that. And even like the other people that got like infected, like they got all like disfigured, right? Like they would get like all like their skin would get all fucked up and shit. Like right away though, like instantly. Only her, right? Because she's like a white chick. She's like, it takes longer for me. Like it took me.
She's
like
on medication.
Yeah, she's like, I take the. Oh, speaking of that, dude, there's a scene where she's in the restroom. It's the same scene where she drinks the blood. I don't know if you remember, like she like stabs herself like right here with that medicine or whatever.
Right. In the airplane bathroom.
they've kind of fucked up there. They showed like the little dot like pad like that they put like the makeup over, and I noticed it right away where they did it. I was like, oh, she's gonna inject it. I was like, oh, because I can see the lump like in her skin. And that's one thing I noticed a little bit, is that this movie, it needed a little bit more money. They needed to give this movie a little bit more money, like especially with the plane stuff. Like that's some of that stuff.
You know what
like,
though? Like,
but they worked with it. It didn't look too bad. They showed it briefly. It wasn't bad.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Because some of my friends were calling this Vampires on the Plane. Okay,
but it's not corny like that.
It's I've never seen that. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, me neither. I've never fucking seen that. Even if it was, I'd be like, that's fucking cool as fuck. I've never seen that.
But I was like, oh, Vampires on the Plane. I was like, oh, this is gonna be bad. But no, man. They did need some more money, but for being most of this movie, probably what, about 80-90% of this movie, they're on the plane.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And then like
job.
the flashbacks, they're in like a room or something like that. They don't really show the city. You know what I'm saying?
No. Yeah.
So yeah, you could tell that they were definitely limited with the budget or whatever. I didn't mind because of the situation that it was in. It kept you interested. You're like, okay,
it's confined,
you know where to go.
Confined. And that's what you want to do if you don't have like a lot of money for your movie. You're like, I want to put it somewhere like in a, for example, like Clerks. I want to put it in a fucking gas station where they're just right here. They're not gonna really go anywhere else. You know what I mean? Like the meat of the movie is here. Yeah.
Like 1408. You know what I'm saying? The whole movie's in the fucking room.
Yeah, and that's awesome. And you know what? And I like that this movie. I don't know if you saw that movie, Money Plane. Have you seen that movie, Money Plane, with Kelsey Grammer? The reason I'm saying it like that is because he says it like that in the movie. He's like, oh yeah, anything can happen on Money Plane. He like says it like that.
Call the Money Plane. Some of the baddest motherfuckers on the planet are on that plane, all craving action. Whatever you want to wager on, the Money Plane has you covered. You want to bet on a dude fucking an alligator? Money Plane.
Wow. Okay.
But this movie is also Money Plane is also a movie that had a similar budget to this movie, and it looks god awful fucking terrible. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like this, they probably, you know what I mean? They probably did the same thing where they were on a set. I know for sure they were not on an actual airplane. They were probably filming in like kind of like a box kind of set. You know what I mean? It'd be like if we were just filming in this background and we walk out and like it falls out behind us. Like that's kind of the set they were filming in. And they did a good job with it. You know what I mean? They dimmed it. They made it look real. They even did like some shaking of the camera to make it look like, hey, they're on a plane. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
a little shaky cam action.
They did a good job with it. I liked all of that. And this movie could have ended up looking like a I don't know if you're familiar with those asylum movies, like those cheap like movies you find like in the fucking. It could have looked like that. It could have looked like that, and it could have been that, and it wasn't. It was really good. I had a lot of fun with this, man.
Yeah, I really liked it, man. This is the first time. You know, so like the I guess like the plot is basically like there's a vampire that's trying to suppress her disease, her vampire disease.
Yeah, she's like, I don't want to bite motherfuckers, dude. I goes, I don't want to be that bitch.
You know what? I don't know if maybe I missed something. Did they explain the kid?
What do you mean?
Like, how the fuck is he not is he a vampire? Like, I don't.
No, did he get bit?
I don't know. I don't
no,
like.
He didn't get bit. He didn't get bit. She was holding him the whole time. She got bit.
But I'm saying, like, how the fuck she give birth to the like? You know what I'm saying? If she's a vamp, so she already had the kid.
Him. Yeah.
Oh, okay, and then she got bit.
That was the baby that she was holding, where she was like, "Oh my god!" When she was like in that thing. Yeah.
Okay.
And like, remember, she was like, "Get the fuck out!" She was poking it with that stick. She's like, "I got a stick! Get the fuck out!" And he was like, "Oh, well, if you have a stick, I'm just gonna fucking peace out." You know what I mean? Yeah,
because at first I'm like, well, because at first I was like, how's she a vampire and she's a mom? Like,
yeah, the baby's like, it didn't pass on to me. He goes, I have this thing called being a white baby, so like I'm not affected by shit like that.
It's like, you know, like a reverse blade effect. You know what I'm saying? Like I just got like the best of like my human side.
Yeah,
like none of the vampires.
Right, he's Blade, right? He's just like, hold on, right? That could have happened at any moment, right? The kid's like, hold on, mom, let me take out all these robbers.
Yo, it would have been cool if the fucking kid got bit and just fucking went crazy savage.
Murdered everybody, right? Like murked everybody, and like it would have been cool if he would have had that scene where they were all like where they're all like, where everybody's kind of like a vampire or getting eaten.
Yeah.
The movie just comes out and he's like, y'all are fucking in here with me, bitch, and just fucking fucking starts eating everybody. That would have been fucking awesome. That
For real, bro. Like kid vampires are the best, man. I don't know why, like, you know, like Let the Right One In. You know,
yeah.
Right. The little was it Near Dark? That little kid vampire in there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like little kid Interview with a Vampire.
And that's scary. That's always scary. Little kids are always scary when they're like something like that. Like that's scary as fuck.
Yeah.
I liked what they did. I like what they did with that character 8 Ball. He was so fucking annoying, and I wanted him to die so fucking badly. Like he was a perfect villain. Like to me, he was the villain in the movie. That was the villain of the movie, that guy to me. Like he refused to fucking die. Like they did everything to that motherfucker. He would not fucking die.
Yo, that's the dude that's the psychopath, right?
He injected himself with the vampire blood.
That dude.
He was like, no, don't do it. And he was like, okay.
Yeah, he definitely was like the main villain, the main threat in here.
And he was like the smallest guy.
all the other dudes was soft as fuck. Though.
Yeah, they were like, hey, don't treat him bad. Don't be rude. Don't be rude. Just because it's a robbery doesn't mean we can't have manners, okay? You psychopath. He's like, hey, are we terrorists or what the fuck are we doing, dude? What the fuck?
But yo, when they shot that motherfucker, when they shot dude.
Dude,
I was like, oh.
They were like shooting. I'll give the movie that. They were capping motherfuckers left and right. Motherfuckers were dropping. This movie had a body count. If I'm remembering correctly, a lot of motherfuckers died in this movie.
Everybody on the plane got that.
Well, they said what? 200 passengers. 200 passengers. 200 people died in this movie. At least. At least.
The whole plane.
Yeah.
The whole plane went up at the end. Did everybody get out? I don't know.
And the little kid was like.
Yo, he saw his mom and he got pissed.
But it looked funny the way he flew though. He was like, and he was like, my mom died, but it's okay. I have this one-armed guy or one-hand guy. He's gonna be my dad now.
Oh yeah, because he promised. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he goes, I'll be your dad.
Yeah, he's like, fuck it, man. I'll save your vampire mom and shit.
And I like that they were like, oh, since he's Indian, he's a terrorist. He's like, no, what? No, when did it ever indicate that?
Like, put your hands on the wheel. He's like,
okay.
I don't have a hand.
He's like, I only have the one.
Yeah, that shit was crazy. Yeah. I really enjoyed.
He was like, I don't know what she's like. I don't know what you want me to do. I don't know.
Yo, the action in here was on point, bro.
Dude, yeah. And like the way that she would, what was her name? The mom. They kind of just called her like mom, right? He was always just like mom. But she had a name. Though. She had a name. I don't remember her name. I'll put the name.
Yeah, I don't remember her name is.
I'll put the name right here. Hey, look, hey guys, you want to know what her name is? Look, watch. It's right there. That's her name. You know her.
Yep. She's awesome too. She's awesome. But
it was cool.
Once that one dude injected himself with the shit in the car though, like that scene right there was really, really dope, bro. When she fucking went and got like that bottle of Hennessy or whatever and started pouring that shit in the hole and lit that shit on fire, bro. I was like, that is so dope, man. I really enjoyed that vampire scene. There was a lot of gunshots towards the end too, man. When
dude, they were, like I said, earlier, they were shooting motherfuckers, man. Sorry, I was adjusting my microphone. It has this weird fucking habit of like getting disconnected. But yeah, man, I really liked, like you were saying earlier, man. Like they had a lot of good action, dude. A lot of gory kills, and like, dude, this movie could have been like a run-of-mill fucking shitty horror Netflix movie that there's been so many of those.
Mm-hmm.
And dude, speaking of horror, man. How much is our horror movies killing it this fucking summer, man? Netflix in general, dude, they've had that Fear Street 3 movies in 1 month. That was fucking badass. I like that they did that.
You know, I hope they keep that same energy around Halloween, around October. You know what I mean? Because I love the fact that horror movies are being approved and getting the green light and they're fucking in style again. But I'm just like, I have not been to the movies on Halloween in a long time.
Me either, dude. Even before like the pandemic, I haven't been to like the movies in like a long time. Like, you know, usually I go like to the bar or some shit like that. But I want to make it a point this Halloween to like go to the fucking movie and check out a movie before I go to the bar.
Yo, the only series that used to come out like in October that I would go see was Saw.
I was gonna say Saw, right? Well, for like 10 years, right? For like literally like a decade, right?
Yeah, and that was every October.
Yeah, they had that tagline right in the trailers. They were like, every Halloween, Saw, right? Like Saw is Halloween.
Yep, that's the last.
We're gonna have Michael Myers, dude. Halloween Kills is gonna come out on Halloween around that time.
So is this Rob Zombie? Like, is this what is this?
This is the continuation of the 2018 one. The one.
Oh, okay. Was that John? Was that Carpenter? Who did the last?
No, he had a hand in that one, but this was David Gordon Green and Danny McBride, the guy from Eastbound and Down, the comedian. They both did that together.
What's up with comedians being like really great,
hard,
like
right?
writers
really
and involved in like series? You know, He-Man, right? You got Kevin Smith. You got it's like, you know, Chris Rock. That didn't translate. That comedian and
everybody else was good, but him. Yeah. He was like, Jigsaw? He's a killer?
Have you seen the Blu-ray that it just came out, Spiral, the Blu-ray?
They were like pimping it out on fucking Instagram. They were like, what? Saw, whatever the fuck. And I was like, no.
Bro, I almost stopped and took a picture because his face on the cover of the Blu-ray, he just got that confused face, like, who's killing everybody? What's going on here? He's just that stupid blank. He's like he's looking at the board or some shit. I was like, yo, this is terrible. Terrible. Where's Samuel L. Jackson?
Yeah. Where's my dad? Dad?
Yo, but yeah, what is it? Red Sky, right? Red Sky?
Yeah, no, Blood Red Sky.
Blood Red Sky.
Yeah, Blood Red Sky, Ghouls and Gals. I suggest that you all check it out. I fucking really enjoyed this movie. I thought it was fucking awesome. It was slow burning, but once it started fucking burning, that motherfucker put gas on that shit and it just fucking ignited. Yeah. That shit took off, right, dude? That was some fucking...
Yeah, it did. Yeah. You know, I feel like if they would have did it in a wider space, it probably wouldn't have been as effective. You know what I'm saying? Because they're on that plane and there's this tension and there's nowhere to really go. You know what I mean? It really, you know, it makes it hard to look away because you're gonna 5 minutes, you go somewhere, 5 minutes, come back, you're gonna be like, what the fuck just happened here?
Yeah.
Like, it's going down. You know what I mean?
I don't know if you're familiar with that movie, Train to Busan.
Yeah, Busan. Yeah.
They did the same thing. Yeah, they did the same thing, and I like that this movie mimicked that. They're like, hey, we're gonna keep it tight. We're gonna keep it. We know what our budget is, and if we have to show like this plane taking off, we'll use some stock footage and kind of make it look a little bit better. And again, I can't.
No, you're right. You're definitely right. They did like a vampire version of Train to Busan, but it's like a plane of vampire.
Yeah. Instead of the really cheesy like snakes on a plane thing, where you have like one character being like, "I'm tired of these motherfucking vampires on this motherfucking plane." Yeah.
Stake them!
Stake them! Yeah, and then right then you go down, you just got staked.
Yeah. Oh, they like burn up and shit.
I'm so glad. Speaking of vampires, I'm so glad that they didn't make the vampire in this movie like some like cool dude that's like, I'm gonna take out all the vampires. You know what I mean? They just made it like a woman that's like, I don't want my kid to die. You know what I mean? Like I'm just trying to save him. That's all I'm trying to do.
Yeah, that shit. You know, it's like a dope reinvention of the vampire genre because you got the vampire like hiding, which they kind of blend in. They don't usually go out of their way to pull their fucking teeth out. You know what I mean? So it's like, she's kind of, you know, it's like that. And then you got like the mother instinct, the protector instinct. You know what I mean? It's like really like dope reinvention.
I like that a lot, dude. I like that she was a mom first and like a vampire second, and that she was like, I don't want my fucking kid to know that I'm a vampire. Like I'm wearing this wig, and I like that they made it to where that it's just like she doesn't fit in. Like it is a disease. Like it looks like it's literally fucking killing her almost. Like or rather transforming her into like this hell fucking beast looking thing. You know what I mean?
And you know, and she like took responsibility.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Which was, you don't really see that often. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a vampire fight scene, They fucking bite, they kick him in the shit, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like they're dead. You know, she was like, okay, I just killed him. I'm gonna kill him again, so he don't come back. Like, okay, I turned him. You know what I'm saying? She tried to like, you know, contain, you know, that shit. And you don't see, you know, this is like the most caring, loving vampire ever.
Yeah, she was just like, I care about everybody around me.
She's like, if it was up to her, she would try to like, you know, save everybody on that plane. Like there would be no casualties. You know what I'm saying? Like she tried.
Yeah, she tried. The one guy that needed to try a little bit more was that fucking kid, Elias. That little motherfucker was jeopardizing fucking everybody. That little motherfucker was in jeopardy of everybody. He got his mom shot multiple fucking times because of his little stupid ass. And they were like, hey, bro, you're a fucking little ass kid. Some grown ass fucking adult shit is popping off right now. Stay your little fucking diaper fucking ass right there. And he's just like, no, I'm going to be an inconvenience for everybody and fucking jump over here. And they're like, no, what are you doing?
Yeah, he was running down the aisles, up and down.
He was like, oh, Mom, we can escape. And they're like, dude, we're going to shoot you. If his mom wasn't a vampire, his mom would have died because of his little stupid ass.
Yeah, for real, multiple times. It was
multiple times.
Yeah.
For a while there, I thought you were gonna be like, man, how much do I love this kid, man? Fuck this kid.
Man, yeah, and
then got me shot like 20 times.
Man, there's just so many questions. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh shit, like where does she come from? You know what I'm saying? Like what's going on? Like with that whole backstory in Germany, there's like a bunch of vampires that are, you know what I'm saying, like secretly out there, and she just got bit and was like, I don't want to, you know, found a doctor. Like, how did this? Like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, she flying to America? Like, there's like a vampire clinic over here? Like,
apparently they were going to treat it as like leukemia because they kept saying that she was like, I have leukemia. That's what she kept. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I don't know what that drug was that she was taking. I like that the movie did that. That they didn't explain everything. They were just like, hey, there's vampires. There's a drug that stops it from, like, I guess, happening.
Yep. This is all you need to know.
Like, that's it. They're like, you don't need to know about the factory that's making it. You don't need to know about the name. We're never going to show you the vial. It's a clear liquid. You're never going to fucking guess what it is. That's
exactly.
Yeah.
But I want some more. I love this little universe that was made. You know what I'm saying? Dope vampire on film.
I think it'd be cool if they had a part 2. Maybe one of them from the plane survives. He's like, hey, I didn't catch like on fire. I got away. Or maybe the mom's not getting away. the mom's not getting away. I was gonna be like, maybe the mom. No, never mind. I was like, never mind.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that was very super dope. What would you rate it?
Yeah, if I had to give that a number rating, which I guess we kind of have to, I'm doing again, Ghouls and Gals. This is like the 5th time that I've mentioned in a video.
Okay.
But not in this video, but in general, I am back to the numbers rating system. I'm doing the numbers rating system. I haven't done it in a long time, so yeah, I'm back to it. If I had to give this a rating, I would give this like a. I want to give this like a 7.5 or like an 8 out of 10. I really enjoyed this movie, dude. I really enjoyed this movie, and I honestly want to give it an 8 just because of how well it used the budget. And I think that and the way that it was filmed really well. And even for it being a movie that was made overseas, it was very made accessible for like an American audience. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, yeah, as an American watching it, I was like, you know, the dubbing's a little bit bad, but I mean, it's kind of like I didn't get too distracted by it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It didn't make me turn the closed captions on or anything like that.
I turned them on and I was like, yeah, it's fine. And it was very well made. It was slow, melodic. I loved the character. I really felt something for her. I really gave a shit about what was happening to her. I didn't want her to have a bad ending. I didn't, you know, and for that I want to give it an 8 because I feel like whenever you can care about a character and you give a fuck about what's happening, that's a good movie.
Yeah, you're definitely right, man. I'd have to agree, man. I mean, I'd have to do that like an 8 out of 10 for sure. There wasn't much more that could be done to make this a 10, really. You know what I mean? Like, it's an 8. It's good for what it is. Out of vampire flicks, this is definitely for the vampire genre, this is a 10.
Yeah.
Like just in vampire, out of vampire flicks, I'll give it a 10. Like,
okay, yeah. If we're doing it like at a vampire movie scale, which is like a very low bar because a lot of those movies are fucking shitty.
Right.
I will give this 10 fang bangs out of 10. I will give this 10 fangs out of 10. This is a good horror movie. And you know what? Hey, you know what? We're gonna put a little bit of a 10 fangs out of 10 up there. Yeah, we like this movie.
Okay.
I enjoyed this movie. I think I can speak for both of us and say that this is a very. I'll recommend this movie. Would you recommend this movie?
I would definitely recommend this movie. If you're into vampires, this is definitely a new twist, reinventive look at vampires, and very enjoyable to watch, man.
Yeah. There you have it, ghouls and gals. Blood Red Sky. It is an amazing watch. It is and it's on Netflix. You have Netflix. Everybody has Netflix. It's for fucking free. Check it out right now. Well, not right now. Stay tuned for the fucking Dawn of the Dead director's cut commentary track. It should be fucking amazing. So ghouls and gals, stay tuned. Grab a beer, and here's a word from our sponsors. And before we hear a word from them, I'm Ryan T, and this is
Sid Retro in the building.
All right. Thanks, ghouls and gals. Take it easy, man. Thanks for watching.
All right.